And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome. You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Leo. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your career reads for the month of November. So the opportunities that are coming our way, partnerships, things of our career, things of that nature. As a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what does not, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even when it gets difficult, because sometimes it can be very stressful, whether we're worried about, what opportunities are available or, am I going to accomplish the dreams I have set forth? Don't worry about it, even for the tough stuff. That's why we come to the table, right? I'll never try to steer you wrong. So follow along with me in your read today, Leo, your career path in the month of November. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. Going in a time-based orientation, show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo and their career read, month of November. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo and their career read? So in your past orientation, High Priestess. Okay, we're trusting our inner voice around what? Talk to me. Six of Pentacles. I like that. Not necessarily bad. We're trying to do an investment for a long time. 10 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, we kind of got to coach ourselves around that. So why am I kind of giggling right now, Leo? First, we're talking about the High Priestess, right? This is a person who can trust their internal voice, what's going on within, trying to pursue a dream or your own career path. And I'm saying that particularly because of his career. More so, it's because of the long-term investment. We got the Six of Pentacles popping out next. Now, saying that is coupled with the 10 of Cups, the notion of harmony and resolution. We're trusting the fact that something that kind of seemed like a foolish idea at first, right? Should we do it? You know what? Let's put a little bit of money down on it, right? We're saying that it was actually very much worth it, right? We're trusting our voice. We're saying, okay, well, here's me taking my shot. Boom. And maybe a little bit of nervousness, but more so the idea that I have to try. And so when we're talking about that being your past orientation, that means that, hey, this is providing me some form of fulfillment right now. So that God has some purpose, right? Let's do it. Let's see where it goes. I'm going to trust I'm doing the right thing right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be feeling this good about it. In our present tense orientation, let's move this one up. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. What of the here and now? What of the here and now for Leo and their read? That's a break. Okay, what's causing the anxiety about it, Leo? Talk to me. Well, I mean, okay. If it breaks again, I'll just ask the first thing that comes to mind. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo and their career read. 2. Ooh, crisp. So, of the here and now in your present. Page of Pentacles, still the willingness to try. It's strange because we feel like it's been massively minimized. I'm trying to understand why. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. So making the right investments, trying to hold on. 4 of Cups. That's why. I hate when I'm right, but I am right. Okay. So let's talk about the past because I think it explains very much your present. I'm feeling so good about this, right? The past orientation of you saying, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put a little bit more down, a little bit more in. Let's see where it goes because I feel good about this. It's providing me like this is meaning and means to an end. Let's do this. I'm trusting my voice. In the present, we're still holding on, but the problem that I'm seeing with that 4 of Cups is it didn't turn out exactly how you wanted it to. Fair enough. I'm not going to make a judgment call on that. What I am saying is that also, it's not necessarily that you're coming from the wrong place on whatever that endeavor was, is that you have to pivot your perspective on it. right? The high priestess in the past, it was on point. Like, she knows what she's doing. And so for that high priestess to say, hey, let's look at this, let's try this, let's invest into it, to have that in your everyday and then turn out exactly how you want it to. It's not just, oh, hang on, keep doing the same thing, because you're feeling it's yielding less and less of a return in terms of, cumulative results, at least for what your original intention was with that 10 of cups. What we're saying right now is, yeah, it's still worth trying, but yeah, it also didn't yield exactly what I wanted to. What am I holding on to that's preventing that, right? I'm going to flip the perspective for you, because I think we're looking at it from the wrong angle right now. You're trying to justify that in the present, if it didn't turn out exactly how I thought it was not worth it at all. I'm going to blow that out right out the water and say, no, don't do that to yourself. Your high priestess, your 10 of cups, all that was on point. That is actually what it takes and what is necessary to make it get started. I think what is necessary right now is a pivot of perspective, right? You're still holding on to it. You're still hoping that this is the right investment. I'm still going to go for it. I'm not making as much money from it right now. It's not opening up every opportunity that I thought I would immediately. Okay, then how do we change our perspective and do things differently? You were on point in your past orientation. In your present, yeah, we're dissatisfied with how things are playing out. It doesn't mean it wasn't worth it at all. It yielded something. What was that something to you? Okay. In the future orientation, show the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo in their future orientation. What are the cards that we need to see for Leo in their reading? And towards the future, Two of Wands. Okay, the reaffirmation of intentionality. I'm not going to stray from it. We're going to try to solve it and try to do it right. King of Swords. Yeah. And so we turn what is not only the energetic piece behind it of this is what it takes to actually follow through, but also the notion that, hey, I've been around the block before. I know it works. I know it doesn't. Let's make our right decisions instead of stubbornly holding on to things that don't. And Seven of Pentacles. This is what it is. Again, when I see the Seven of Pentacles here in your future orientation, Leo, it doesn't necessarily guarantee success, but neither does it guarantee failure. What it's telling you ultimately is that, we can't just give up at the first sign of dissatisfaction, right? That's what I wanted to, dispel that kind of misinterpretation that could have been had in your present orientation. What I am seeing, though, is that we have to actually learn our lessons in the process. It's not enough to just do. You were spot on with whatever venture this was in the past. Yeah, we started it. How do we continue it? How do we, if things don't seem to go right, why aren't they going right? Right? Let's bring it back to the drawing board when and where necessary. And so the intentionality and the decision-making process is actually very firmed up in the future. I'm not going to let, a setback break me. In fact, we're going to say, actually, I've seen this before. What worked last time so that we don't fall back into this repeated pattern of, we don't know what to do. Because we very much do. I'm telling you, if this small idea that turned into a lot of something for you internally will eventually yield something for you externally. The thing is, you have to actually learn from the mistakes. You have to learn from the setbacks. Let those be teachable moments, not breaking patterns. Underneath it all, Five of Cups. Yeah, that makes sense. Because whatever we're holding on to also caused a lot of internal pain and strife. This being in the sense of, wow, I guess, everybody else is right. You're kind of like beating yourself up just because you didn't have the immaculate success, again, that you originally thought it would almost fall into your hands immediately, right? That's okay. It is okay. We're meant to fail so that we can eventually succeed. Failure is a teaching tool, not a breaking pattern. Okay? So let's look in between these time orientations. Cards of connection, reveal the connective energies, please. The bridging gaps between all time-based orientations for Leo and their reading. Let's look first between the past and the present. What of the what was and the what is? What rests in between? Because from the past to the present, I'm seeing again, the investment was all worth it, but are we holding on to all the right things? Or are we just letting the disappointment shroud all of our progress, right? We need growth, not just how much growth, if that's an easier explanation. In between here, the Tower. Okay. And so those things come in with intention and purpose. How so? King of Wands, can we bounce back from it? Can we do right even as fire strikes, even as lightning hits our house? King of Wands, direct communication. Yeah, okay. The intentionality of a path and how do we push forward? Like I said, this did not turn exactly how we originally thought it would, and that is fine. The thing is, and I think this is a point directly communicated from the Eight of Wands to the Tower, Leo, is that, okay, whatever huge setback or whatever unexpected turn that you're like, dang, it cost that much, or I didn't know I needed that, right? These things that kind of divert the path, it was meant to show you something, right? Don't take it as the be-all, end-all to what you were aiming for. In fact, it was probably what would guarantee success in the future, right? Was it likable? Absolutely not. But the things that we see, the things that we're learning from, especially with that King of Wands, you still have the power to do right. That direct communication was had with you in the form of basically something falling apart with the project. And that's okay. Sometimes it happens. But with the destruction, understand it wasn't something that you couldn't handle. In fact, you very much could, but we were holding on to an old modality that was not functionally geared towards success for whatever the grand scheme of what this could be. This gum is tasty. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're seeing is that what caused that disappointment, and I think it has a lot to do with that Tower, because I always remember, and I will repeat that in every video that I talk about, the Tower is ultimately designed in our favor. It may not seem like it in the moment. In fact, it very much feels like it's terrible, but it's ultimately designed to help us out. What do we need to learn from it? Okay, in between the present and the future, what rests between the here and now and the what could be? Show us the cards that we need to see, please. For Leo and the Re. Between the present and the future orientations for their career. Because again, everything has purpose. We just have to see it and allow it to be. Well, that's a break. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. I'll bite my tongue on that for now. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo and their Re. What rests between the present and future orientations. Okay. And so between the disappointment of, well, I thought this was gonna be a lot better by now, and the future where we're just letting all, things bounce off our shoulders and ain't gonna phase us, what gets us from here to there? The Moon, card of Pisces. Yeah, actually that's pretty good. The fact that there are unknowns, and the things that we don't know about yet are actually gonna strengthen us in the process, right? We might have, it's not that we bit off more than we chew, but rather the idea that, oh, I didn't know that we needed insurance for this. I didn't know that this project would need this kind of collaboration, right? In fact, the things that you don't know yet are meant to embolden and empower you, right? That's what's going to get us from a state of, the disappointment, whatever that massive event of the Tower was between the past and the present, being like, dang, I didn't see all that coming, to actually, this is what it takes. If I want expansion, this is what it takes. I've been through this before. This is not going to break me. I need to see every new opportunity, even the challenges, as gifts. Page of Swords. Okay, the power of observation. We're trying to learn from it. There are things that we do not yet understand. And once we admit to that, we can start to build from that. Page of Pentacles. The willingness to try. Do not let the things that we do not yet know or have absolute clarity about be our determining factor of whether we should continue or quit, right? There are things that established we don't know, and those are good things. Challenges, don't let them defeat you. They're meant to be a building block. Underneath it all, Seven of Wands, guardedness. I think that much applies to your present, just as that Five of Cups, Leo, is that we're taking whatever, disappointment or disgruntlement we're having of it right now, and unfortunately it's kind of seeping into our overall dream of, no, it can't happen. Like, we're letting that become the overall narrative when tangibly we have proven otherwise, right? We bounced back from that Tower. It taught us a lesson. There are things we have not seen yet, things that we need to be more forthcoming about. And now, well, If we're saying that we're applying all of ourselves to it, going from the present to the future, then we need to start letting some of that in, right? I don't have to know everything. That's why I have a team. I don't have to be absolutely informed. I need to know what my bare minimums are. If I don't know the bare minimums, then we need to reframe, right? See, everything is opportunity. Challenge is now opportunity. Please believe it. Define the major arcana strewn across the table for Leo in their career read. Let's look at that High Priestess. Why did we trust our voice so much when it came to this project or this creative idea in the past? Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo in their read. To the High Priestess, Lovers. Right. So to pull a Lovers in the career read, and this is why it was just beaming in the past. This is something that you see as fundamental and part of your life journey. Do not give up on this, right? That's why it was spot on. Even if it took the most little amount of effort or the most far-reaching of all the schemes, understand you were there. You were very much spot on. You were present. And to say that the Lovers is coming up in your career read behind the High Priestess, I choose this and it chooses me back. I know I'm the right person for this. I can't simply give up because it's getting tough, right? You were spot on with that discernment in the past, Leo. Don't forget that. To the Tower, what happened? Three of Wands. Well, Three of Wands indicates the expectation on the horizon. And yeah, I mean, if you could survive that, you could survive anything. I mean, this is a very straightforward kind of read, Leo. Sorry I don't have, a lot of, expansion of possibility of mysticism here because it's very blunt. That Tower was meant to show you, let it be a learning moment, a teachable lesson of, actually, now that I've seen this, I know exactly how to navigate everything else. Challenges are opportunities. And so to the Moon, what are the things we don't yet understand? The Eight of Wands. Right. Let the challenges become opportunities. Eight of Wands representing, and I know you pulled it earlier, but this just bears reiterating because, again, this is a very repetitive read. And when we get a very repetitive read, it also indicates that the message is very straightforward. I like these kind of reads. Trust me as your reader. Having the Eight of Wands underneath your Moon, that, yeah, there are things we don't yet understand or things that we don't yet get, and that is okay. It's not meant to be, us having the cheat codes to everything or having to be the know-it-all. That's not what it's trying to communicate. In fact, it's the exact opposite. If you don't know, find someone who does. Make that partnership. If you want to learn, find somebody who's been around the block. Learn that craft, learn that trade. But there are things that you do not yet know about what everything entails, and that's okay. It's meant to be your teachable moment to go find what you need. It's still working. So let's show a crossing pattern. In observation, what are we seeing? The Empress. There we go. I love this. So the Empress, the highest evolution of ourselves, here telling us the most productive us is the one who doesn't assume they know everything. Because the wise men know that they know very little, if anything at all. Right. This entire read, Leo, is essentially saying not only do not give up on whatever this venture or this project was for you, but to say, hey, maybe instead of seeing it as a detriment of the self, oh, I should have known this, I should have had this in place, blah, blah, blah. Maybe build your base, connect with the people that you must, and see where that goes. Right. Talk with what you don't know, communicate with that part of the self, and then find the help that you need. It's out there. You just got to look for it. Resolution. Real cards of resolution for Leo in their read. I like this. It's very straightforward. It's just a reminder to seek help where you can. Ooh. I mean, interesting, but it didn't hit the table, so I can't take it. So it's the cards that we need to see, please. In resolution for Leo in their read. Real cards of resolution for Leo in this career read, please. Again, very straightforward, but it all depends on if we could see opportunity even in the madness. So, for your resolution, Page of Wands, we remain optimistic. No matter how small, we're trying to see the good in it all. We're trying to see, when I don't let the anxiety take hold, I can actually say, this was worth it. I got better here. I can do this now, right? Take a look at what you did right and see where you can go with it moving forward. Also, Ten of Swords, painful truths and endings. Here, okay. Well, and again, this is why I was saying it earlier. I don't see necessarily the end to this project or this venture. I see that we need a reframing of just our outlook on everything. And that Ten of Swords being, if I don't change my modality, how I'm operating, getting the help that I need, trying to find the people that can do this right, then I'm going to be playing out essentially what happened to me in that tower moment back there. And even if I could bounce back from that, why would I need to, right? The painful truth is I'm trying to become everything for everyone here, and that's not sustainable. That's not going to work for me. I can do my best, and the things I don't have covered, let somebody else do that. I need to be able to trust that there are resources, there are people out there, that I know a guy who knows a guy that can get this done. I'm not alone. Underneath it all, Eight of Swords is feeling powerlessness. Here, the Eight of Swords, I always try to find this because that's a very tricky card depending on the context. Eight of Swords represents somebody who's trapped in an open air cage of swords. More than likely, can they climb out? Yes, but will they probably get hurt or cut or nicked on the way out? Also a possibility. The point being is that sometimes truth hurts. And the truth that we're looking at right now is that, yes, the pain is there, that tower moment. It was not fun. It was not pretty, but we made it through. Now, instead of learning from it, it's just having us put our guards up, right? We're trying to cover everything and stressing ourselves out in ways that is not sustainable. And so the truth is, the way we get to where we want to be with that Empress, we let our guard down and say, I don't know it all. We let our guard down and say, hey, I need help. And maybe that's a good thing. So overall in your read today, Leo, what I see is, hey, congratulations. Whatever this venture was, it was spot on for you. Your discernment, your decision to go embark on it, yeah, that was totally tangible and right. Not going to doubt you for it. Now, your purpose is to let your guard down and accept that we don't know everything, and that's okay. But for the things that we don't know, let's try to find the help where we can. I guarantee you, you build that base, you build that network, you find those friends and those people, you have it within you. If not, you have it in your circle. You don't have to know it all. It's going to be okay. So that's what I see in your read today, Leo. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, don't give up. You just got to find the people that help you keep it going, okay? I'll see you around.